Welcome to TRANSLOGIC. I'm Bradley Hasemeyer. From the Serengeti to the jungles of South America, Land Rover rules the roost when it comes to the 4x4 world. Of those Land Rover options, the Defender 90 is the best of all. But it's not a car that you see that much of anymore. Some might say, well, it doesn't really make sense for today's 4x4 environment, where you have to have fuel economy and you've got soccer moms riding in these things now. So by 2015, Land Rover is going to be making a new Defender. And this, the DC100, is the concept that could be what we're going to be looking at. All right, so we're here with Richard, Studio Director of Advanced Design for Land Rover. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Brad. Nice to meet you.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I head up a team of designers that look after all the new product for Land Rover.
You guys, of course, are now in charge of reinventing the Defender program, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The concepts we're seeing here today are the first stages in the replacement of our iconic Land Rover Defender model.
Oh, such a great vehicle.
We're taking this step by step, make sure we get this right. There are two concepts that show the sort of bandwidth about what the replacement Defender could be. So one's a little bit more extreme in terms, it's a convertible, it's a very sporty concept. And then the other one, which is the station wagon version, shows a more utility aspect for Defender.
And what are some of those innovations that you guys have put into this concept?
This concept was a couple of technologies. It could start off with the likes of the automatic terrain response. This is a next generation beyond the current manually selectable terrain response system in the car.
Yeah, that's something that you see now in Land Rovers and other vehicles too, which is like, okay, we're going to be in sand, mud, whatever. But now it's going to be switching automatically?
Yes, what we can do is it uses a number of sensors on the car, combines those into what we call a probability matrix. Using that sensor set, we can sort of determine things like what is the actual drag on the wheels, what is the slip on the wheels, to determine the most appropriate special program for that certain terrain.
Another cool feature called Wade Aid.
A Wade Aid is a sonar-based system, so it has sensors mounted on the front of the vehicle, on the bumper, and some in the wing mirrors as well.
If you're traversing some water, using sonar technology, you can make sure you're not in a swamp.
So it's boop, boop, blasting into the depths and tells the car, we need to raise ride height a little bit and accommodate this.
We've got spike tire system. This is the idea of traction on demand.
Yes, this looks so cool.
Yeah, it's straight out of James Bond. What we have is an additional chamber within the tyre, so this is below the tread, which interconnects these pods with the spikes mounted on them, that once inflated, it can inflate this chamber and demand the spikes out of the tyres.
Push of a button.
Indeed.
Just like that, that's cool.
Or we could also link it back into some of the terrain systems on the car and actually have it prompted by the driver.
What were some design goals that you guys had in mind when putting this together?
We've approached the new car with modularity in mind. So we're talking about the platform, the body styles, designing the car so that it can meet all sorts of different applications.
Do you know any of these technologies that for sure will be slated for 2015, or is it this is part of it trying to figure it out and suss it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in that phase. A number of these technologies we've developed, quite far.
Yeah.
They're nice, robust technologies, and we're happy to hand them across onto programs.
Yeah.
But whether they'll be picked up, what time they'll be picked up, I just can't answer.
I'm sure they go through with the spike tires. That's it. I'm in. That's all it takes for me.
It's a very cool technology.
Very cool.
We're very passionate about it.
Yes, good. We'll stay passionate about it. So it looks like maybe Land Rover's starting to hit on something that other four-wheel drive manufacturers aren't. I mean, the technology that this thing's going to bring to the table, amazing. Can't wait for 2015 when the Defender comes out. We have to take it to the jungle. All right, for TRANSLOGIC, I'm Bradley Hasemeyer. See you next week.